And what we're doing is really a tribute to the Special Forces, and there's a great heritage of the commandos from the Second World War. And Ian Fleming is one of our characters he started 30 Commando. And so our characters are, if you like, the forerunners of 30 Commando. Obviously, I've got characters that are fictitious and certain scenarios are fictitious, but essentially I'm using Fleming to highlight 30 Commando, the beginnings of 30 Commando, which was the intelligence side of commandos in general. We had commandos, real British commandos, work on this project. They helped us and they played members of the SS. But, their contribution to it, they're all ex-military men who've worked in Iraq and Afghanistan and seen real action. And their contribution to this film was great. And I think, if anything, it's given them an opportunity to see what we do in filmmaking and understand why it takes so long and why we can't be completely factual about things. And they've educated us in the workings of warfare.
This is a little bit special because it's about something that really happened, that affected so many millions of people all over the world. And it's a story that needs to be told, It's not make-believe, it's something that really happened. And for some reason we seem to be a little bit ashamed of retelling these stories, of bringing these things up these days. And I think it's about time that people, really, kids reading history books and stuff like that, and, they should know about these things. They should know that the British, these men, these brave men and women went to fight for our country, to protect Europe and to protect the world against evil. And that should be celebrated, not kind of swept under the carpet like it has been these last few years by various governments. And the same goes for the troops that are in Iraq and all over the world. They're doing the job that they've been ordered to do, and regardless of how people feel about it, they should be supported, and they shouldn't be. They should get the recognition that they totally deserve. And by doing this film, I hope that will, inspire certain people to feel that way and to realise that, we, if it weren't for people like these, then God knows where we'd be. It's kind of a mini battle to get through a film of this nature. I mean, I'm not saying it's and that's in a sense adds to the realism of what we're trying to do. So you can't really say that we did this in a studio or we've got a lot of CGI. I mean, this is all real stuff, and we've done it all for real as well.
It's a rare job, this, This is a job that I've been waiting for a long time, especially with the part and stuff, and to challenge myself physically as well as mentally. It's a rare thing as an actor. You don't really get the opportunity to do that. So, the fact that I've had to change my physicality and everything about me, I've been in the game 18 years now, and I've never really had the opportunity to do that. So, I'm sort of raring to go, and I've got to say I've loved it. We had this half day with the Marines. They did say about, what we love about the Green Berets is what they are now and stuff, is that you're not just a number, you're not just a soldier, you've all got you bring your own personality to it, and they laugh in the face of adversity is what they said, is that, don't be shy to, if you've had a contact and you're under fire, to look at each other and have a little snigger. It's a nervous laugh, but it's real, we do that. If we're running away, if we're running away from the enemy, we'll sometimes laugh. And I found that fascinating. We're trying to incorporate a little bit of that in. I mean, because we're making a movie, obviously, sometimes it can break the spell, and I think the key to it is not to break the spell, and for the audience to believe in what we're doing, and to care about us, It's not just us running around with machine guns and stuff. I mean, I was shooting here for 3 weeks, I didn't fire one blank, It's about them caring enough, and that's the key. Most of the Nazis have been played by real Marines, ex-Marines, ex-soldiers. They've been watching us. And so that adds the pressure. You ain't got no time to moan. There's no time to be a diva on this job, I tell you that now. You've got to get on with it. And if you feel that you're, sort of not quite pulling it off, then you can just go and pick their brains a little bit, and they're there to help you. You know, I think it was a great idea with this Jobs for Heroes thing. You know, it's great to get them involved. I think that they was a bit surprised at how slow it all moves. You know, I think they thought it was going to be a bit more glamorous than what it was, but you know, they've got their heads down and they've been great, and it's been great to have that added pressure of knowing that they're standing behind a camera watching us walk around with the guns and stuff, and it just gives you a little lift, you know.